Ta-da!
Hey everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
And it would be me, Banshee. Welcome to the show.
Yes, and we had a little technical mishap when I started the stream. It just failed, and I got an error message saying it didn't like a particular file. But in that brief second it was online, somebody did manage to log in.
So that was CJ.
They were the technical first person, so we decided we needed to put them at the top of the stream.
So we put you there at the top, CJ. I don't know if you reposted your question, but you will have to do that. So,
at any rate, welcome everybody.
And I'm still working on getting the questions together, so don't mind me if I am a little distracted for a bit, but I've got everybody's name, I am pretty sure. So let's get started. Good to see everybody here. Hi, Lisa. Hey, Brandon.
Hi, Lisa.
Good to see everybody here.
Nice.
And all our normal peeps. Not that you are abnormal, Lisa, or any more abnormal than we are.
Right,
and
we
Brandon.
kind of take the cake in the abnormal department, maybe.
Right. So, see that for you, Namira. Thank you for that. And Siama. I see all these different questions I have to catch up with. But anyway, we're using the Season of the Witch, Litha Oracle, of course, till Litha or just a little after. And I'm going to cut them. I've been busy today. There's Llewellyn-a-Con coming this week. I've mentioned that, with free workshops and also a lot of giveaways. Today, I was signing up for the contest. Oh my goodness, there were so many things they're giving away, including, I think, 2 Tarot decks and maybe an Oracle. I'm not sure.
So, Lisa, the not normal in me recognizes the not normal in you.
Ah. Oh, hi, Country Love. Let me add you quickly.
Hi, Country Love.
Okay, we're filling up fast. Whoops. Oh, no. There we go. And all right. Well, I think I cut them already, didn't I? Right in front of me.
You did.
Here you go. Pull a card, Mr. O.
Ooh.
Summer solstice. Wow.
We're almost there.
What number is that? Is that 25, did I see?
It's 35.
35.
And we're there in 2 weeks, or approximately.
Right. Well, let's see what that has to say, as this is the summer solstice deck. All right. The keywords are ripening, sweetness, and maturity. Be wary of picking your harvest too early and risking losing the sweetness of it all. Well, I like that. We get anxious sometimes, you know. We live in a fast world that was never meant to be so fast. It takes months for fruits and vegetables to reach maturity, and there is an important lesson to be learned by observing their growth. Your situation needs time to ripen, just like summer berries. Pick your harvest too early and it may be sour, bitter, or tough to chew, whereas patience is rewarded by a sweet bounty of juicy fruit. You are on the right path, but it will take more time before you reach your desired outcome. So use this time to tend to small tasks. A garden requires you to be watchful of weeds and pests, and you can apply the same logic to your goals. Employ practical actions such as getting organized or evaluating your progress to help you determine your next steps. Accept that this is the process and it is out of your control. Things will progress in the proper time, and any attempt to speed things along could leave you with undesirable results. When this card appears, you can trust that you are safely working towards your long-term goals and will find success. It may take longer than you'd like, but nevertheless it will happen. And that often comes up for us in readings as well with certain cards we pull. That patience is required. It's hard to be patient in a world that always having us jumping on everything as soon as it happens. It's kind of like with AI in a way. Everybody wants to make a buck right away on it and be the first one out with it and stuff without thinking about what kind of problems it could cause, and it has already caused in some areas. So I think here patience is really important, not just for safety like in the case of AI to ensure we have enough water to drink, etc., when all is said and done with all these data centers that they want to build, but other reasons too. Just the fact that you shouldn't rush your success. There's a lot to learn in taking your time along the way and following the journey.
To every season.
To every season.
And the card talks about that. Some seasons are more about the process of getting towards that ultimate point. The summer solstice is kind of like that. We sort of feel like we're moving into the point where things meet that fruition. And so it is about having the patience to wait for that moment, for that to gather in when it is time.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what we have for the collective. I've got CJ's question. I'm typing it right now, so hold on. All right, so let's get this list out there so everybody knows where they are at. Now, did somebody else come in? No. Okay, command. Edit. Sorry. Edit. Okay. Wow, that was close. Wow, that's crazy. All right. CJ wants to know what my future partner is up to in his life right now.
All right.
That's a nice one. We'll answer that. We'll try to see if we can get a bead on that for you.
I'm going to use my Scorpio Sea Tarot.
Oh, okay.
Yes, nice little deck.
And meanwhile, I will be busy trying to hop on questions, so if I'm not too attentive in the chat, forgive me, but I'll get it together. I am going to get the Lenormand for this reading first. I'm using the Dreaming Way. Mr. O is using the Folk Art Lenormand. Wow. Interesting.
Card 1 is the reverse 10 of Cups.
Okay.
Card 2 is the reversed 8 of Coins. And card 3 is the reversed 5 of Coins. So they're all reversed. And I almost get the feeling like, well, this is why they're your future husband or mate, because some of these things look like they need to move on from something there. You want me to go ahead and start, or did you want to throw the Lenormand out?
Let me throw the Lenormand out. I have a problem because, again, for some reason, I can't go to the top of the screen to get questions.
Okay, well, maybe I can
do that
for you.
But I really don't know about you doing that.
Okay, so the letter.
Yeah. And the book.
And the book.
So, well, okay, so it's interesting to me that the Ten of Cups is here reversed. I feel that your current or your future partner, well, maybe possibly in the process of a breakup of some sort, or a divorce, or something to do with family troubles. It could be with his nuclear family, his own family, that there is some issues and problems that he is working on. Or I take that back. Maybe he is not working on them. I also feel like, no, I'm going to take that back. He might be unemployed right now. This just really looks like he's in the process of a recovery of some sort from all of this. He's working hard to get his life back in order, and that's that Five of Coins reversed there. And so when I see the Eight of Coins too, it could be that either he's got financial money issues or job issues right now. And, and he's going through this problem, this breakup. It's possible too that maybe that Ten of Cups is related to what's going on in his work or his career too, Mr. O. I can't rule that out.
Well, whatever it is, it almost feels like these are the kind of things about that future person's life that, hopefully would be resolved by the time you actually do meet and begin, your sense of a relationship. It feels like, they're just coming from, perhaps an estrangement with certain people in their family. And that Eight of Coins, of course, does feel like there's a job, employment, or career situation. There could be any number of reasons, and some of them, sort of like would cast, doubts on whether this is a viable person. But we keep in mind that this is what could be happening to them right now, as you ask, and there's no telling when it is in the timeline that they actually meet you. This could be, I know it might not be
so
fun,
funny,
but this could be years from now.
I know he sounds like a hot mess right now, really. But, it may be through no fault of his own either. When we think of what's going on in the workplace, people suddenly being cut because they're being replaced by AI and all of that stuff, there may be some really disappointing things going on, which is why I can't rule out that it isn't, that Ten of Cups doesn't have to do with a separation from a career, something that he thought they could rely on,
Well, when you look at them, in proximity, that could be.
Yeah. And so I'm hesitant to say it's totally a relationship here because I don't see any other signs of that per se. I see signs of him trying to have an economic recovery and, get himself back on his feet again. So that's where I think I'm leaning with this. And look, I think this must have happened, in my mind, it may have happened just recently because I see the Lenormand here and it seems like he got a letter saying bye-bye, on the job, and now he's searching. He's searching for what he needs to do next or where he can go next with his skill sets, etc.
Right. I don't really want to put anything more on it than that because the question, is what you asked, what are they doing now? And like I said, it has no relation to when things are actually going to, gel between you two, when you'll actually meet, etc. So we wish you good luck.
Yeah, so I think here that it really is more business, financial, and career mess right now.
Coins.
And this happens, we all deal with that kind of stuff. So interesting. Take your time. And maybe he will be too, by the looks of things. He's got, a lot to take care of.
It was worthwhile for you to ask the question, though.
Oh, absolutely. Mm-hmm. I think this was great.
All right.
So good luck with that, CJ. That was perfectly fine. Now, Jasmina, I had a problem finding a question for.
Shall I?
I don't know if it was a general. You can try. Because you are up, Jasmina.
General, please.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I am starting to fill in the gaps, though, so I'm getting there. All right, so general for you, and it's my deck. And let's see what I have. I brought out the Storyteller's Tarot briefly. I'm still kind of rearranging some decks. I'm going to be switching up more decks eventually.
Thanks, Jasmina.
All right, well, we start with the Page of Coins reverse.
Hi, Lovely.
Oh, you're back, Love Lou. You didn't leave a question last time and you just disappeared. So please stop doing that. Either stay or leave a question or just say you're not here for a reading. The Four of Coins is reversed. Justice is upright. All right, that's an interesting read. What do you got to go with that?
The Heart and the Rider.
The Heart and the Rider. Okay. And Justice. Okay. So, I think, Jasmina, something maybe you might be getting some negative news soon. It's either related to business, finance. I mean, it could be, I don't want to say it's a relationship, but I mean, it could be possibly too, where either somebody cancels a date or something like that, or postpones something with you. There is a delay associated with this card, or a cancellation with something that you had hoped for, whether it was, a job you applied for or something else financially you were hoping would happen for yourself. There's just some negative news coming your way. It's going to be a little disappointing. And I feel here that this may that's the Four of Coins, right? I don't know why I thought, yes, it's the Four of Coins. I remember pulling it. This may make you reconsider if this is really valuable to you or not anymore. In other words, should you keep pursuing this path or this thing that that fell through, or should you try something different? The Four of Coins, when it's reversed, indicates maybe something needs to be let go of that may no longer be suitable for you. And since you've gotten bad news, maybe it's a sign that you need to move on.
Well,
I'll stop there.
I agree with those, and I almost feel like the idea of justice then is saying pursuing this, is a question that may or may not necessarily find that justice for you, trying to figure out, either how to regain the value of things you may have lost, or it could be actually just talking about things that you've lost too. That could be one of the meanings of the reversed four, is that there is some sort of sense of loss of value. And I think that ties in a little bit with the reverse Page of Coins, because that to me can indicate some sort of sense of a despondency or despair about how you feel the value of your life is running, or the poetry of your life. You sort of feel like things don't run in tune anymore to some degree. So maybe this is saying that, as a general reading, this is saying this is a reflective time, Jasmina, where you are going to really be questioning more certain values in your lives and whether they're working out for you, or whether you've placed too much or too little emphasis on things that maybe ultimately won't help you or won't be fair for you in your process. That could be justice there. Hi, Ari.
Hey, Ari, you just made it. We're very close to closing the list in 2 names, I think. All right, so I didn't get the last card. Did you go there?
I did.
Oh, I figured. Well, that's okay. That's fine. So I think here you have to determine, like I said, I'm just going to recap the Four of Coins, that you have to determine if this is still valuable to pursue. Justice requires you to think strongly about this. If you feel this is important to you, then continue on this path. Try another approach. Try a different way to get what you desire here. But really give this due diligence and some thought and determine what is truly right for you. And also, this is a time where maybe you need to kind of balance things in your life. Maybe you have to decide too, in thinking about all of this, if this is worth the battle, if this is worth the struggle and the fight. Is that what you said pretty much?
I kind of did say that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
and determine that, because maybe it's going to throw things too out of balance for you. Sometimes karma gives us bad news when they really want to kind of nudge us into a different direction.
So it makes the Lenormand kind of make sense then, because I think it's saying follow your heart, or move towards what your heart.
Well, follow your heart absolutely on this, because you know what? There's no shame in going after something, even if you fail again. I mean, there's no shame in that. If you feel strongly about something, giving something a shot or a try, or someone, then, continue to pursue that.
All right. Can we take both of those? Viddy and Shirley? Was Shirley already here?
Shirley's already here.
Oh, okay.
Viddy, yeah, you just made it, so you're going to be way down the list. You may want to leave a question if you can't stay.
So, hey, we've been okay. Thank you for asking.
We are one away from closing the list. And that would be great.
Busy Sunday afternoon. Thanks.
My knee is almost perfect. I can't believe how I went up the stairs with ease today and down. I mean, I think it's getting really, I'm knocking on wood when I say that. All right, so that's what we have for you. Good luck with that, Jasmine.
All right, we are on
Jackie wants an oracle, so that'll be me again. Let me update. Oops, that was wrong. All right, let me just update the list.
And so we get busy on Sundays, but Thursdays generally are not as busy. So you can always come and see us on Thursday too, from 7 to 9 p.m. We call that TFT After Dark.
All right. Well, Jackie. I brought back out, let's see, the Moonology Messages Oracle by Yasmin Boland. Let's see what this one has for you. Oh, you're welcome, Shirley. You know we love what we do. All right, that's awesome, Viddy. Thank you.
All right.
Ooh. Well, Jackie, it's the cold moon, and it says face your fears. All right. Well, you missed my shivering there because the screen wasn't up, but the cold moon.
Shiver me timbers.
All right, face your fears. Right now, you're being asked to face a fear. You may feel alone, but you're not. You have a team of celestial beings loving you and guiding you. However, at the moment, it may be that you need to stand on your own 2 feet more and face whatever fear is stopping you from moving forward. You need to do things on your own right now because you're in a period of soul growth. Whatever is challenging you now is something you need in order to evolve, however hard that may be to believe. Be super kind to yourself and know that you're still connected to 3-dimensional you who knows that everything now is happening for your highest good. Know this. The more we resist a lesson, the harder life has to work to show us what we're meant to see. Whatever you're going through now is a lesson. If you can push through fear now, you'll come out on the other side a changed person. The whole universe is on your side. Now, additional meanings of the card are: a health matter can improve, rebalance your chakras. Funny that, I'm wearing my chakra choker today. Rebalance your chakras. Find someone you can trust to share your situation with. Be kinder to yourself and others. Stop being stubborn. So that's what we have here. I think, if you're there, maybe something that's holding you back in some area of your life. It may not be even an immediate thing, but it's something that's been laying dormant, maybe even for too long. Whatever it is, whether it's recent or whether it's kind of sitting in the background, maybe it's time to face that fear. Face that fear and, head on and do it anyway. I mean, what have you got to lose? I always say, what have you got to lose? Except for one thing, your fear.
So I like the Lenormand because we got the stars,
Nice.
more celestial activity, and another moon.
That
Moon
means
and the
that,
sun.
you
Kind of amplifies the message, perhaps.
well, I hope you're not fearing success, because that looks awfully successful here. That if you face your fears, I guess it's saying you will be successful in doing so, and you'll be a far more positive person by doing it. So whatever this fear may be, I think they're saying the time to address it is now.
And of course, the stars could mean that you are moving then towards your destiny or towards a sense of an outcome that you would like.
Yeah, more optimism for the future. Good luck with that.
Oh, you know what it is? All right, great. I'm awesome.
All right, interesting read. I like this deck, I do. I brought out a couple of my old decks.
So
Okay,
thank
Brandon
you.
is up and he wants to know what's ahead for him this summer.
Okay. Let's see.
Hi, Brandon. Good to see you.
All right. I'm going to use my Neon Tarot.
All right.
I actually have two different Neon Tarots. This one was my first one.
All right.
And I have the Ten of Cups, but it's reversed.
Oh,
I have the Nine of Wands, also reversed. And I have the Knight of Coins, which is reversed.
what?
Dang, I
What's
love
wrong?
when we get those
Boy, Brandon,
reversals.
you come back and we got bad news. But anyway,
We have the Ring in the Lenormand. And the
man.
Snake.
It's kind of like our cards for the collective last week. They were just awful. It's going to be a little more balanced this week, I'm happy to say, but still, all these reversals. Jeez, oh, peaks.
Yeah, I never liked that.
The Ten of Cups is indicating that in some matter, this summer, success in some area of your life may elude you. I mean, I'm going to give you two ideas here of some things that might be going on for you this summer, but I kind of feel a successful vibe here because of the next card. But I'll tell you what, it could go either way. It could be something more interpersonal as well. However, it just seems as though something is eluding you. Something seems unfinished. It's different from the world in that I feel here there might be more difficulty in getting a successful conclusion in this case than in the world. And I feel with that Nine of Wands reversed, I'm going to go to that one
That's
only
fine.
because it really follows up on this.
I think so.
And I will get into the interpersonal after I get Mr. O a chance. But the Nine of Wands indicates to me that there may be, you may feel like throwing in the towel. You may realize this and you might decide, yeah, I need to let this go.
Yes, it does feel that way. It feels like maybe a sense of a perfect success for you is not working out, or it may be the sense of a relationship. And I don't feel it's a strong interpersonal relationship necessarily. It may be more of a generalized relationship with social media, or with co-workers, or with a place of worship, or with your family even. So it's not necessarily one person, and it may just be like a falling out of some sort of disagreement that has the possibility to affect more than one person. The Nine of Wands says you're not really prepared for this, so it sort of feels like maybe it could be triggering its own little emotional meltdown for you, I'm afraid to say. I don't know that it's going to, send you to, the pharmacy for a prescription or anything like that, but it may just be emotionally tense or wrought time somewhere in the summer. I'll stop there.
Well, what I'm seeing here too is the potential that if the other thing does not resonate with you immediately, you got to watch out too with your relations with family, or in your close intimate relationships, maybe even with friends, that there could be some disruption or some conflict. And again, it almost feels like this is something you may not be able to win. So I mean, if there's some disturbance in the family, some argument over money, or the relationship between trust issues, things of that nature, they could burble up this summer and cause you to feel like, I don't know that I can win this situation. It just seems like you feel like there's no way to win it. People have given you no room for compromise or whatever. So that's a possibility too that I see here.
Well, I'm also now looking at the Knight of Coins, and I'm feeling it's reversed too, that the solutions will either be very dragged out, slow in coming to, or that people will really want to let things fester and not work on solutions, that they might purposefully be trying to avoid that situation. One way or the other, it just feels like it's not going to work out easily, and that it may drag on for a while.
Well, and I always say when we do a general reading for a time frame like the summer, that some of the cards may be a different scenario popping up. And I kind of feel that way with the Knight of Coins here, that it's possible here that there could be some financial setbacks for you in the month ahead, or I feel like there's this idea too with the Knight that you're struggling to maintain your momentum, either at work or with a project or goal of yours. It just seems like you're slowing down and getting a little bit more sluggish about, getting yourself to that finish line. I don't know if it's related to this, because remember I said something may never happen for you, but I think it's something else. So
when I look at the Lenormand, I wonder if the feeling that somebody has maybe been deceiving you, or your realization of that, makes you feel like the commitment you may have been making to the situation is shaky now. Like you don't feel as secure about it, because you might feel like somebody was purposely deceiving you about your relationship with them, or where things were going.
And that's why I kind of had to bring up the interpersonal aspects of the potential for the first card in particular, but how it also ties into the second card. And I think the Lenormand ties into both of them as well, in that, I mentioned just recently when I was talking about all this trust issues, and the snake could be about a betrayal. You feel as though someone may have betrayed you in some way. And this goes back to family or interpersonal relations of some sort. You feel a sense of possibly that you've been lied to or deceived in some manner. And I think with the ring here, it may be that you committed to doing something based on false information. And so this is like a real blow in a way, to you. So, and
it could be why you're not really able to handle it as well, or you're not feeling as engaged with it, that disengagement sense.
So, gosh, Brandon, I don't know what this is, but maybe if you have an idea or feel something is brewing, you might have an idea here. But the summer looks a little bit complicated for you. I wish you luck.
Yeah.
If you want to check back with us later, if
Right.
things seem to not be heading in this direction, like maybe at the end of June, seeing what the rest of the summer through the end of August has to hold, we can do that again for you. Tarot's a snapshot in time, and it can change. So
Exactly.
good luck with that.
Good luck, Brandon.
All right, so I think it was, why don't I have Namira's question?
You want me to look for it?
Yeah, you might have to. I can only go so far. I may see it, but...
General for the next week.
Okay. Oh, okay. I think I saw it before, but I couldn't get back to it.
Count on me.
And there's one other one I want to get while I'm here. Hold on a minute. Okay. Okay, I've got pretty much a lot of the ones for now. All right, let me, general for the next week for Namira. All right.
Ready.
And I'm updating the list. All right. And Namira. And it's my deck, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And put those back. And I'm going to get out my Garden of Enchanted Creatures by M.J. Cullinane. Boy, I picked two decks that are a handful. They're big cards. What is with the cards today? Honestly, I mixed these up so good. The Knight of Pentacles, the Knight is reversed. Didn't we just have that? With your
Yeah.
deck?
We did.
Well, we got another 10 here reversed, but it's not that one. It's the 10 of Swords reversed.
Okay.
And then the 4 of Cups upright. All right, so it's general for the next week.
And here's the Lenormand. The first one is the Sun, and the Rider returns.
Okay. Okay. Well, generally for the next week, I think you're going to feel a little drained this week or non-motivated to really push things forward. That could reflect on you badly if it has to do with a job or work, or, you're just feeling very non-motivated, whether this has to do with, things you need to do in your own personal life around the house, or just to take care of bills and different things like that. Don't put things off that really have a deadline. You need to kind of keep on track with certain things. And I feel here though that, if you've been experiencing some difficulties lately, some challenges in your life, or if you've experienced some real shocking blow, the 10 of Swords indicates to me that the worst may be over now, that things are starting to look up this week. So I'm not sure why. Maybe because of what you've been through, you're feeling a little lackluster about moving forward with things again, maybe feeling a little shy about it. But, you are moving into a better place now regardless. So, try to pick up the pace a little bit and go with the flow of, improved conditions.
It might be about some of the current, situations that we've talked about. I'm not totally sure about that. I do feel like this is saying like your movement ahead is a little bit cautious at this point. Maybe you're just sort of testing the water, seeing where you're going. But I think it is about the fact that maybe you see yourself getting away from this divisive situation. I don't think it happened yet. I think it's still to happen, that maybe fates will overturn personal adversity or situations that have been gnawing at you or been trying to kind of knock you down. And it could be some of that stuff, that we've talked about. It could be something else that's going on in your life too. So I think it may lead into the next card, but I'm going to let Banshee go first.
Well, I talked about both with the next card, yes. So I think here too, again, it's really interesting. I really could have combined that Knight of Pentacles with that Four of Cups kind of plainly there. Maybe you've just got a lot on your mind right now. Maybe you've got too much on your mind and you need to kind of sort things out, and get rid of the things that are blocking you from focusing on what's most important to you at this time. Maybe you've got a lot on your plate too with things you're trying to accomplish or do, and that's what's slowing you down. So again, try to make it easier on yourself in some way so that you don't feel overwhelmed, because I get this feeling between that Knight of Pentacles and that Four of Cups that there might be a feeling of a little sense here feeling overwhelmed.
I get the feeling, too, that really the Knight of Coins was the sign of you moving beyond this, even though it wasn't, better equipped towards what you wanted it to do. It didn't move as fast enough for you. But so it does move you towards that Four of Cups, though, and the idea that you may feel you're more free now. You've defeated some of the adversity or some of the situations that were blocking or limiting your ability to look at things and make discernments of your own. You don't like necessarily going too slow, but you definitely don't want to go too fast. You want to find your own pace for making decisions that affect how you want to move forward. You don't want to be pushed into that. And so some of this could have been a reaction to that circumstances might have been trying to make you move faster. But it looks to me like you'll be able to handle that. So that will take us to the Lenormand then.
Namira, I see. Oh my gosh, Spirit Connections, you are the last one on the list. We're going to be closing the list
You
now.
made it. I was just wondering if we were close to that.
Oh yeah, we are
Alrighty,
there.
Everybody. And thank you for those who put their question out or who hang around until it's time.
I only am missing Love Lose.
I know.
And Spirit Connections, of course, who just got here. And she's posted the question.
Yes. Spirit always does that. All right, so did you want to lead on the Lenormand? The Rider and the Sun?
Yes, I do. I do, actually. Okay, Jez, Namira, I'm sorry. Okay, Namira, so all of that aside, what I had said, really, the Rider and the Sun is saying, you are moving towards better times, and you are moving towards success. And so you should keep that in mind now, and you should just start thinking more positive thoughts and working and focusing your energy on the things you really want to accomplish. And but things are going to start brightening up for you one way or another. And I think basically, the Sun is here saying that, but the bottom line to me is you're the one that has to create that success. You're the one who has to create that light coming to you. If things are overwhelming you, you're the one that's going to find the way to create the solution.
I think that's all well and good too, and I like that. And I think that actually you've been moving in this way, that actually things, you'll see that they really have, changed, that you've kind of leveled, whatever the dis-ease was around you right now, all of those situations. And so the Rider and the Sun says you can really focus maybe on what you need to for yourself, your own personal success, and you don't have to, be putting bandages on other problems or situations. Hopefully that's all good.
Yeah. So good luck with that.
Good luck, Namira. Thank you. You're welcome. And we're up to
And
Libra.
Libra's up and wants a general.
Alrighty, and that's going to be me, right?
Yep.
Okay. And I'm going to use my animal forest. Creatures of the animal magical forest. Tarot of the magical forest. That one. I like this one. Kara didn't get here, did she? She's not going to know.
What? I missed
I
that.
said Kara didn't get here, did she?
Oh, no.
Because she's not
She
going to
did
know.
not.
Oh, Kara, we're sorry.
Gosh.
Oh, so I guess I have to put that out, right? Close the list.
I guess we should. All right, everybody who's on the list currently that I just posted will get a reading, so long as we have a question from them, that is.
Yeah, when the list is this full, we can't really waste a lot of time if you haven't left your question. That may be it for you.
All right.
All right, let's do
Well, you know, it's no surprise Kara's not here, because you know who else is not here. Sonny.
That's right. He's snoozing upstairs, I
He's
noticed.
snoozing upstairs.
All right, Libra wanted a general. So here we go. It's the Empress upright. Queen of Chalices is reversed. And the Two of Pentacles is also reversed.
You know, well, no, you don't have them all reversed. Okay. So that's the Three of...
That's the Empress.
Oh, it's the Empress. Yeah, Roman numerals. The Empress upright.
Queen of Chalices reversed.
Two of Pentacles reversed.
Two of Pentacles reversed.
Wow, okay. Well, here.
And the Scythe. And the Bouquet.
Wow, this is really an interesting reading, Libra. It's as if you're disenchanted, I feel, with what you're putting out there right now or what you're receiving. It's one or the other. You know, the Empress is about productivity, fertility, growth. And it just seems like you've been trying to get some, something going, but it's been disappointing to you. You're feeling disappointed, that Queen of Cups. And I think here, and the Two of Pentacles is saying maybe it's because you're spreading yourself too thin. You really are going to have to focus more on what it is you truly desire in order to make it happen. Something is cutting into your joy right now. Something is cutting into your ability to receive the rewards or the thing that you want to achieve here. I feel almost all fits together like that.
It's succinct. I feel something about this too that I was going to say, I feel like this represents a sense of you feeling really disordered about a number of things, like you feel like really two-minded. And of course, Banshee said it pretty well too. I wanted to say you feel really split decision, split identity about some things here. Should I stay? Should I go? All of that. The cards fit perfectly to that. Ultimately, you're disappointed or feeling emotionally uncertain because of the sense of non-balance or struggles with the issues it brings. But somehow there's a sense that there could be a real creative thrust here. So maybe there's a sense really of what it is that pays for that you feel like you are spread too thin. I think Banshee said that too. And you have to find a way to either tailor all this or you lose the risk of cutting at your joy.
That's what we have for you. I can't add anything. It just came right away. So I wish you luck with that, Libra.
All right.
All right, Lena is up.
Hi, Lena.
And
Did you want me to
have
look?
a question. Just a moment. And Lena wants a general reading.
Okay.
All right. We'll use the old style tarot. I'll probably use this one more time on Thursday because this last week we're using it for the collective, and then I'll put this one away for a while. Replace it with something else in the collection. There's actually an old style oracle somebody told me about. I had no idea. It looks rather interesting, but I have a feeling it's a real set system. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy it or not. I'll have to think about it. What is with our cards? The world is reversed. But the Seven of Pentacles is upright. And the Ace of Swords is reversed. The man and the... Wow.
Lena, tell us what's going on.
Well,
it's the man and the woman. These don't come up very often together.
I know. That's really interesting to me. But I would say, well, we'll get to that because the reading could be about interpersonal relationships. I can't rule that out. You know, whether it looks like you're working on goals, and if your goal is a relationship or one of your goals is, right there. I think the world is here to say, in some matter in your life, success is yet to be had. You know, it's either delayed or you need to work on it more. So, you know, you're not where you want to be in some area of your life, whether it is business, romance, or both. You know, you may be needing to focus on that one area because the Seven of Pentacles is indicating to me that you need to step back a little bit and determine what more you need to do here to make that happen. There's something on your part that you have to do to make this happen. So you have to figure that out. You've planted some seeds, or you've tried to, but how can you really get them to grow?
I think Banshee's got the gist of this here. It's pretty correct. The world does suggest that there's something that's really largely unfinished, and it's important to you too. But having said that, I don't think it's saying it will never be able to be finished. And it is like what Banshee says. You have to move from some sense of allowing it to happen on its own to really feeling you do need to engage with it. You know, you can't let it just decide for itself. And I almost wonder if that's because the Ace of Swords reversed is saying that something makes you feel inhibited about moving your power or expressing your power or authority into this thing, that you just sort of feel disinclined. I don't know if this means that this is resistance from other people or other situations, but I think you have an initiative of some sort, but you're not using it for some reason.
Well, the Ace of Swords reversed to me kind of indicates that whether you win or lose in this, because the Ace is about victory or defeat, it can be about personal empowerment too, absolutely. But I think here what it's saying is whether you win or lose in the situation that you need to work on more to make it happen for yourself, don't give up on it. I feel like don't give up on it. There's something to be had by the struggle or by the challenge of trying to achieve your victory here. You know, sometimes, Lena, the Ace of Swords reversed can indicate an empty victory. And so, in other words, you may get what you want, but then you're like, I went through all that to get it? Well, okay. So this is live and learn moment for you, one way or another. It'll either work out or it won't, and you're going to take away something from that. So don't give up on yourself or what you're trying to accomplish here. It seems like you've come pretty far. You just have to figure out what you need to do to get yourself over the finish line. And it could involve other people. I see the man and woman here, and I can't rule out that maybe somebody else can help you progress this forward. Or if this is about a relationship, that obviously, you know, you're still looking for that special someone.
Hi, Love Lou, and thanks for leaving a question. So I kind of think of it that way too, that I feel that, you know, a lot of times, Lena, you do ask us about, you know, relationship potentials or outcomes. I wonder if this is really what this is about as a general reading, that most of this is a feeling that there's a relationship that hadn't reached its potential. Maybe you see fault either with yourself or with the other person in really moving those seeds, growing that relationship. But whatever that is, I do think that's what this is about. It could be about either the relationship or where common interests may intersect with a relationship between people. They're similar interests or goals.
So interesting read, Lena. That's what we have for you. I wish you luck with that.
Good luck.
And thank you, Love Lou. I have everybody's question. I really appreciate that. And we are on Lisa, who wanted a general reading for me, please, as well.
Hi, Lisa. All right, what do I want to use? I'm going to use my Deviant Moon Tarot.
All right. Deviant Moon. Not because she's abnormal, like,
like
we talked about earlier.
Is that possibly why I picked it? I like it because it is kind of surreal in its own way.
Quirky. I gave him that deck. And I'm only mildly disappointed that I did, but I think it's more like for him. I just had this feel I should give it to him.
I definitely like it. It definitely speaks to me. So hopefully I get a good reading for you. Well, of course, see, now that I'm actually being asked to release what you said. I'm going to do that right now. It says show, and there it is.
Well, it takes time for me to see it, I guess. Or did I freeze up again? No, I didn't.
Well, it did show on my part, so it should show up eventually.
Yeah, it'll probably show up eventually. I don't know why it hasn't.
That was funny, Lisa.
Well, whatever you said. I don't know why it's not showing.
Maybe it only shows on mine.
I'm just going to I'm going to refresh. That's probably it. Yep. Wonder why I didn't like that. What's wrong with that?
All right, general reading.
What's wrong with YouTube?
First card. It's the Five of Wands reversed. What is this with reversals? It's the Page of Pentacles reversed.
Well, go ahead.
But our friend, the world is back, and they are upright.
Right for a change. Well, you know, I don't know what it is, but I'll tell you what, I really mix up my cards well, and I swear I'm going to do it. I don't think I can do it this week, though, because I have to work on my syncing with the summer solstice season spread. But I am going to do a video soon on how I clear and work with, you know, the energy of my cards before our shows, and how I shuffle the decks. And I'm going to do a video on that. But
And I
gotta do
nearly
this first.
stumble onto the stage when it's time to go live. Brush my
It
hand
may
through my
seem
hair.
that way. Well, yeah, we could get into all of that, but I usually spend some time going through all the decks I have here and shuffling them rather thoroughly and mixing them up.
By your grace.
So I don't get it.
So what do you got in Lenormand?
Well,
It's the heart. And the cross,
all right.
he said semi-dismally.
I did.
5 of Wands reversed.
Yes, Five of Wands, and then the Page of Pentacles
Yes.
reversed and the World upright. Okay, so it's really funny seeing that Lenormand because some things aren't really bad here. I feel the Five of Wands reversed sometimes is a positive and not a negative.
Yep, me
And
too.
I'm getting the feeling in this case that maybe some struggles or some conflict with other people or some chaos in your working relationship, maybe with others or in your relationship with others, is easing up now a little bit, that things are kind of working their way out. I sort of feel, I'm going to take it card by card. I
Okay.
kind of feel that way.
That's
with this
good. I
card.
wanted to say that too because in a way I feel sort of what you do, but I sort of feel too like this card is saying that maybe you do have to show a little bit of competitiveness, a little bit of your, Aries temperament to, kind of, grease the wheels a little bit. I don't think this is about you necessarily forcing an outcome, but I think this is just sort of expressing confidence in yourself and the ability to kind of lead the fray, however that's working.
I'm kind of feeling as this is a general reading again, Lisa, that is separate from these two cards. I feel those two cards are pointing to something else. I feel some news, some bad news might be coming your way, indicating a delay. Some message or some news might be coming saying something is delayed, or it's possible something is getting canceled or unapproved. Like for example, if you were going for a loan for something, it's unapproved. If you were trying for a job, you didn't get it. You're getting bad news here. However,
Wait,
what?
don't I? I thought we were doing
Oh,
card by
well,
card.
you're right, but those two cards. All right, go ahead. Those cards fit together.
I
for
have
me,
a slightly
so.
different vibe with that reverse page, and I sort of feel like this is saying that if there was an opportunity to study something or to shift, your mind towards a different subject or to engage somehow in something, I sort of feel the same thing. Like maybe it's delayed or it's not working out. So I don't know if you were going to take a class or something like that, but it could be along that nature. Anyway.
Well, at any rate, so this bad news, this negative news coming to you is not going to affect your overall success right now, though. I feel like you're going to be able to bring something to a positive conclusion, and I feel like maybe this is a setback to your progress with the world, but I do believe you will eventually get there.
Yep. The world almost always is just that. It means sort of like, whew, you did it, and not only that, you can bask in that moment and actually consider where your next moves might be.
And because, again, this is a general reading, for some reason, I'm feeling the Lenormand is standalone too. And I kind of feel this might be more interpersonal for you, that you're feeling something tugging at your heart a little bit here. Something that, is, making you feel sad. You're maybe you're thinking about somebody who has passed away and how you miss them. You're grieving a loss. Maybe there's some anniversary in the coming week or month that you're thinking strongly about. Or, it's possible here that you're grieving something that you were passionate about once upon a time that you had to let go of. And all I can say to that is, if it is about that final thing I said, no regrets, no regrets. We have to sometimes just do what we have to do at the time, and maybe we feel like woulda, coulda, shoulda. I wish I could have followed up on that opportunity. I wish I could have pursued that path. Well, it's past now, and just deal with it and live with it and move on. A lesson learned, and but don't just sit here ruminating about it, because it really doesn't do any good. But I also feel it could be, like I said, something else. If something is hurting you, you're feeling that you were emotionally attached to at one time, and that is lost to you now.
Myself, I think it could be that, but I also think that it could be that maybe you are feeling that presently because you sort of sense that maybe in the offing. So for an example could be that somebody maybe is passing on or moving away, or somehow some sense of a relationship between you and someone, you realize it may be changing or altering. And that, like Banshee says, it tugs at your heartstrings. Something may be changing, and you are aware of it, or you're looking towards that happening.
Yeah, and so, like I said, sometimes when people ask for a general, I think the cards want to steer it to one particular thing. And then other times, because it's a general, it could be a couple of different things going on in a person's life. So I kind of keep it open-ended that way to see where, my intuition is going to take me. So good luck with that.
So that's what we have for you. Good luck.
And hands up. Current feelings for Jobin. Alrighty, I'm going to use the Sacred She Tarot. And I have my little cheat sheet somewhere here, Mr. O, if we need it. Matter of fact, I should just get it out right now. It's just really basically the suits, and remembering that...
Thank you, Lisa. You're welcome.
The court cards are numbered. Hey, you're very welcome, Lisa. Good luck with that. Good to see you on our Sunday show. Okay. You know what that is?
The Chariot?
Green border.
Okay, so it's Pentacles?
It's the Two of Pentacles. I thought maybe you'd get it with the dog and the branch between those two things.
No, I actually didn't.
It's rather obtuse, but I thought you would catch it.
Yes, we're glad you made it in too, because, our list on Sunday kind of fills up.
Yeah, just get there early is the key. And even then, you see how people pile in. The Two of Pentacles is reversed. So let's keep going. Oh, that's beautiful. But what is it? I have to look at something here, sorry. I'll put them back. Ah, that's the same color. Okay.
Is it Ten of Cups?
No. Is that blue or purple?
Well, to me it looks more blue, but...
You're right. It's a Ten of Cups.
Oh, okay. Gratitude
I
makes
think
sense.
purple and blue is throwing me off, but it's the Ten of Cups upright. And it's the Ace of Swords upright. Wow.
Nice.
Well, this is a nice read for Jobin. Current readings for Jobin. Well, current feelings, I mean. Or about Jobin. What does he feel? I think he's gaining more clarity about his feelings. I'm going right to that ace. That ace of swords indicates to me. Oh, do you want to throw that out? Go ahead.
I do, because here's our tower and the letter.
He's getting more clarity about his feelings and what he truly wants in life. That 10 of Cups. Who does he want to settle in with? Is he considering you? Well, I guess I consider that possible, depending if you are in touch or not. It's possible, but he's definitely family minded right now and thinking about starting a family or a marriage or something, right? And I think he's getting more clarity about what he wants in that aspect of his life.
Right. I mean, when I jump to the end and I sort of feel like, is that a proposal? The letter and the tower.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I don't want to get your hopes up too much, particularly if there's like no contact or something like that. But he's definitely thinking about getting serious, about marriage, because the letter almost seems like, in the States, a marriage license, and the tower is about an institution. In other words, finalizing, a commitment to a marriage. But I feel here he's still got some things to balance out in his mind. Things are becoming more clear, but I'm not quite sure, even though the signs are indicating he is moving that way, that he is actually ready to make a commitment.
That's how I feel too, is like that some of this sort of feels like there's an autopilot sense that it's moving in a certain direction because maybe of other forces that they're only loosely in control of, i.e. cultural influences or stuff like that. But maybe he hasn't totally felt aligned there, but it looks like it's moving that way. And so this could be saying that, feelings are not necessarily as important as where the path just seems to be going, whether that bodes well or not for a relationship or a continuation of one. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's really a little bit unclear to me, but I mean, if you are talking and you are in kind of connected, this could move forward. If you're not, I would just say you need to try to get into this person's orbit a little bit, because they are very marriage minded right now.
That's what it looks like.
That's what it looks like. So I can tell you that. So good luck with that, Siama.
Good luck. And we're on Shirley.
We're on Shirley. Whoops. Now, I swear I thought I copied that. I was positive. Ugh. And Shirley has a question. There it is.
Two and two? What do you think? I don't know. I'm just asking.
Let's do 2 and 2.
All right.
Because that gives us a clearer focus for both.
So we'll do 2 for the part-time position and then 2 for the full-time.
Well, and also because both could be true, so...
That's true.
Yeah.
That is very true.
All right. You know what? Well, I'll do that one. I might be putting that one aside next week. Okay. Huh.
All right. For the part-time position, I have the Knight of Coins reversed, This guy's getting a lot of duty today. And the Six of Swords reversed. Your first two. You're welcome, Shirley. The mice, the crossroads. So there is a sense of this one either dragging for some reason or ultimately not having fruition here. The Six of Swords may just indicate there's no moving forward. The Knight of Coins looks slow moving at best. And the clues could be in the letterman. The mice looks like little irritating problems. Maybe there's confusion. The choices, like maybe even though it's a part-time position, maybe they feel they need more time to think about it and decide and look at people, look at their interests. I'm not sure.
Well, there's some trouble here and struggles here with the mice that are minor. But I would say this, Shirley, it just seems like there's no, the best way to say this is right now and for this week ahead, there's no progress with this job according to the cards. Because you have the Knight of Pentacles reversed, which keeps coming up here today, and the Six of Swords reversed. And the Six of Swords reversed says no movement right now. It's not moving forward right now. That doesn't mean it won't eventually happen for you, but there is some problems here and some confusion. It's really weird. So you've got the, hold on a minute. Is that the crossroads, the maze,
yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So the
Choices,
crossroads, they may in fact be having trouble making a decision on who to call in for interviews, which I think is kind of crazy for a part-time decision, position as well.
Right, so it could be that maybe the people involved are not there or they have to focus on different activities. It could be that there's a logistic reason why it's taking longer.
That's true too, that maybe some people that they were really interested in
summer vacations
aren't available and they want to make sure they get them in, which doesn't bode well for you if you haven't heard from them yet. But I wouldn't give up on it necessarily yet. I just don't think anything is ready to happen, within the next week.
So the full-time job that pays better. Our first card is the Ace of Cups reversed, and the second card is the Three of Cups reversed.
Here.
The dog, the tree. So there's sort of misleading in a way. I don't know.
I see. You got the Three of Cups. Yeah.
They're both reversed.
This is very interesting to me. I feel here that you're rather unhappy with your progress with your, your business. And you're feeling kind of blue. You feel like you're lacking the support from people around you. And it's really interesting that you have the dog here and the tree, because almost it's like you're expecting maybe somebody or that you have a maybe established business relationship with already to help you grow things, to recommend your business to others. And maybe that's the ticket too, is maybe right now you need to focus on getting the people who are, taking classes with you to recommend you to others, to try to encourage growth. Because right now it just seems like you're unhappy with the way things have been going right now, and you feel like, that your business is not getting the support from, customers that it deserves.
Right, I like what Banshee said, that old song, there's a rose in a country garden, love the one you're with. And so that is saying maybe being loyal to the family that is evolving around your students and stuff, and focus on them and try, to be calm with the situation. The economy is just going to be what it is, and a lot of people are going to have to find some inner strength to hang in.
Well, I like that, Shirley, and focus on that. And of course, get feedback from them. And if they really enjoy what they're doing, recommend that they tell a friend. I think here this growth in friends came up for a reason, but it's also as if something about things, there just seems to be, lack of support from people you would expect it from, which is kind of odd to me too. Kind of a mixed bag here. But there was something else I wanted to add, and I forget what it was. I'm not sure if it was about the job or was about this. I would say, I think it's basically about all of these reversals. I'm not sure what is going on today, and it may be just the energy for the week ahead that things are kind of struggling and wobbly right now. And it's funny because I didn't see anything really major astrologically that seemed
No,
like
there's
a
nothing
worry.
real specific, but what I've been noticing is that the Mars energy that's very big right now is making a lot of people drive more aggressively. I didn't even tell you, but I almost, got plowed into by somebody that was just driving rather, too fast and edgy for my taste. That's just me because I'm old man driver.
Well, Shirley, hang in there. I wish you luck. Maybe this is just gonna. It's good you've got two people starting your job. So, if anything, I think that's where growth is possible. Because also your Lenormand was very supportive for that. So I think it's possible you will get some growth through.
It's true.
Your business. And the other job, it may take a little longer. You had the mice there. And I feel like maybe it could be a temporary delay, that you'll hear something one way or another, maybe in the following week or two. So good luck with that.
All right. And we're on Nada.
Well, it's like here. We're really grateful for the people who support us, we very much appreciate it. All right, oopsie, let's see. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Nada is up.
You're welcome.
All right.
Blessings to you. Thank you.
I seem to think that what I was going to tell Shirley had something to do with my Material Matters show, but I forget what it was, so I'm just going to let it lie. All right, General Fernata. Let's see if we can't shake things up a little more here. Woohoo! It's the Queen of Cups upright. The Knight of Wands is reversed. Oh, wow. How interesting. This reminds me in a way of a different, somebody else's reading, but in a different way, a little different way. The Nine of Cups is upright. And what you got, Mr. O?
Hi, Silver Pony. We're sorry, but we are closed for readings.
Yeah, we closed our
is
list.
full.
We apologize, but we have filled up pretty fast today. So we will be here again on Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get there early. That's all I can tell you is we fill up pretty fast. So sorry to miss you today, Silver Pony.
So maybe next time. All right, in the Lenormand, once again, the ring has appeared.
Oh.
And the fox. Nope.
No, sorry, Kara. I just told Silver Pony we closed the list. No, you can't ask a question today. But if you come back on Thursday and you get there before we close the list and you can't stay, or next Sunday, post your question. Once you get in the list and post a question before we close the list, we will answer it. But we can't take you today because we filled up already. So we're sorry.
All right.
And Kara, we're sorry. We knew you'd come late, and we figured you didn't come because Sunny wasn't here. So, Sonny is napping too.
All right, general reading for Nana.
Well, all right. So I think here this is really interesting. You should remain positive. Remain positive if a goal you're working on, whether it's personal or business related or whatever it is, remain positive. This is here. Remain positive about this goal, even if it seems like it's struggling to move forward. You know, whether this is about a relationship or business or job or even your education. If things seem slow to materialize, growth is taking its time, don't give up. Because I think ultimately you will obtain what you want. If you put in the work, you keep putting in the effort, believe in yourself, and will it to be so, you will get what you want.
I like that. I think that is essentially correct. There's a lot of positivity and a lot of good feeling you have about something that maybe you're trying, to succeed as a goal. That's probably the Knight of Wands. But there are some things about it that suggest that, although you have good feelings about it, you don't necessarily feel as confident on your own part. And you need to, turn that around and to remain that way, to focus on what it is that truly motivates you in your heart, your desire, because you can make that difference by doing that.
Okay, I have 4 words to describe the Lenormand. Do you know what they would be?
No.
Commit to the work. Commit to the work. And that's sort of what we basically said here is don't give up. Commit to seeing this through. Because I think here you could manifest whatever it is you desire. Now I would say with the Lenormand, because the fox is here, it's leaning more towards business or goal-oriented, goal-directed concerns, material concerns. But it doesn't have to be. It could just be, because the fox is about work. And so commit to it. Commit to the work involved.
And also, too, I think this is saying, too, that your own cleverness would be very instrumental in here, too, that when you commit that way, too, your mind will help or reward you by coming up with more ingenious ideas to help. So good luck with that.
Good luck with that, Nada.
All right.
Country Love is up. And I have all the questions, so bear with me. All right. Did that happen to be directed at Danny? Just curious.
All right. I'm back to... let's see, the Scorpio Sea Tarot. I like that one for this.
Personally, I love poetry.
It's the Nine of Cups reversed.
Oh no! What?
It's Justice reversed.
I think you ought to set that deck aside. There have been no good cards today. What the heck? Every time.
And the Seven of Coins is reversed.
Wow.
The Stork.
Well, I'm going to let you go first.
Thank you. And the Child. So what did he think when he heard your spoken word poem this morning? is it possible that he felt that he ain't got nothing on you, that the Nine of Cups represents the idea that he didn't see himself in a flattering comparison to you, i.e. he didn't think he could do as well with writing a poem, that kind of thing, or that he didn't have maybe the capability to appreciate it for some reason, like maybe he doubted his own ability to really relate or appreciate it. And that could be just a guy or a person thing who's not sure how they feel about poetry because it's kind of abstract to them in a way.
Is it because maybe, well, I feel with the Nine of Cups reversed that was there something in that poem that maybe he did not want to hear? I mean, maybe he didn't want to face that truth right now, or that desire on your part, if it was about something that you desired, something that you were passionate about, whether it was like with a relationship with him or something. I feel like that's the case here, that the Nine of Cups is kind of reversed to saying he didn't really want to hear this right now for some reason. And it might be because he's feeling like maybe things are not measuring up right now or balancing out. I think here too that, or maybe he's feeling the words just don't balance with the reality of the situation. I'm kind of grasping here.
Well, it could be the difference. I feel that it could be the difference between each of you feeling that there's a different pace to what's going on, and that he doesn't feel he can necessarily match the pace of moving up towards this level of communication. And so to that degree, he sort of feels he's mismatched with you. He doesn't exactly have that ability, to create poetry of any sort back to you. And maybe he doesn't think, it's fair or he's equal to that task in some way.
Well, the Seven of Coins reversed could be good, could be bad. I mean, I feel here that you've given him something to think about, and he might be ready to make some sort of move, either towards you or away from you. I can't say which it is but it could, the poem itself could be triggering some kind of action that will be taken one way or the other. So I would say that. I think it definitely got noticed.
I'm going to go along with that too. I'm going to say that this does make him feel that he has to do something.
And the stork and the child could be, either way too.
That inner pull that says, well, I want to, but I don't really want to.
Not exactly. I think he wants to move slowly with any fresh starts or any new beginnings. So it's kind of like he's saying, I need to slow this down, or I need to slow down what I'm doing right now and really...
I have a lot to think about.
think through where I want to put myself next, that new beginning. Yeah. So it's really interesting to me because I do think he's going to take an action, but it may be to take, make it very clear that he's taking a slow path, towards a new beginning, whether it's with you, if that's what you want, or if he's taking a slow path to a new beginning elsewhere. So,
all right.
I know you've mentioned Danny before, but I'm not familiar with the circumstances, of the situation. So that's what we have for you. I think that's the best we can say right now on it. Good luck with that. That was a brave move, though, to put it out in poetry, whatever it is you did. I like it. I think poetry really gives it an extra kind of emphasis.
Yes. All right.
Good luck with that.
Good luck. And we're on Love Lou.
All right. We're on Love Lou.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll get that question out there. All right. Well,
I'm getting a little tired. Whoops.
you're getting tired.
I just yawned. What do you think that means?
Hey, we're not even at the 4 o'clock mark yet. We might finish on time. That'd be a shocker.
It would.
I think we're going into a little overtime. I suppose. Okay. Well, this is not bad because it's reversed. It's the devil reversed. Oh, man. You believe this too? The Nine of Cups is reversed. And look, it's Odin. No, it's the King of Wands upright.
Oh, it's Robert Plant.
No. Funny. Okay.
All right. In the Lenormand, it's the lily and the bouquet. Huh.
Kara's getting coffee.
Crap. Now I'm mad.
No, he's mad. It's silly. The lily and the bouquet.
You're welcome, Nana. I know.
Are you destined to meet or have a romantic connection? I think you will only be destined to meet, I think, if Taehung releases the hold somebody else may have on him right now. I almost feel as though there may be somebody else that maybe he's infatuated with. And I feel here there's a potential that he will let that go. But until that happens, I'm not seeing the possibility. The devil's reversed, and that's why I think there may be a possibility. But it's followed by that Nine of Cups reversed. And so all I can say here, Love Lou, is that, you may want this really badly, but in the end, you may be disappointed with it once you receive, you're destined to meet and have a romantic connection. It may not be all you had hoped it would be. When the Nine of Cups is reversed, I feel like something, that you strive to obtain and you eventually get doesn't necessarily meet your expectations.
And I'm just going to have to say this, but I don't feel that every or even possibly most romances are the result of a destiny. I think sometimes people fall in love just because they fall in love, not because they were destined to or things like that. Sometimes it is that. Sometimes there are soulmates or there are people from past lives. So I just want you to think about that a little bit, that sometimes you could have a relationship with somebody and it doesn't mean it's the result of a destiny, especially if the relationship didn't work out. And I have a feeling, that maybe that's happened to you or somebody maybe at least once or maybe more often, that, somebody, or you may have known of somebody who felt they were in a destiny relationship, but they really weren't. So having said all that, this is what I actually see here. I do agree with Banshee. I have a feeling that maybe Taehun isn't exactly free and clear to be available for a relationship at this point. It may be possible that he has an inner struggle about his feelings of temptation or desire, and he's not exactly balancing them with what he feels his soul needs to do or what he feels his personal goals should align him towards. The Nine of Cups doesn't look like it's a happy card. It sort of feels like what somebody feels they desire or want may not bring them the happiness that they think they would want. Is that Tehun? Is that you? It could be both of you even. And did you go to the King of Wands?
I didn't, but
Okay.
I'm wondering if this is speaking about some of his qualities. I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's
think,
what I think.
I think, you know, he's a very strong person. He's got strong characteristics about him. Whether he's a leader in some area of business or work, his work life, he definitely could be destined to be that, I think, here. But if he's not already. But I think, you know, that it doesn't really say to me that, you know, anything about the relationship per se. I feel that he doesn't. What?
Well, I was just going to say that I feel that too, that strongly is about him and his qualities.
Yeah.
And I sort of feel it puts him in a different kind of strata. I don't really know where you're at in terms of either of your societies or your family associations, but I sort of feel like his ambition may be, you know, much more in terms of when, how, and what he wants, you know, from a romantic union.
I am glad you talked about ambition because I'm wondering here if that might be the problem. He is so committed to his work and getting ahead or getting to the top of something that may be more of his focus than love, you know, than his love life and his relationship. And so maybe that's what's really got him tied down as well, you know, and that's why maybe you might be unhappy if you do have a relationship with them because they are more tied to business rather than, you know, their life, their love life and their romantic life.
So the destiny question, I think, is more answered by the Lenormand in a way, because I think the Lily is about how things grow and mature and evolve, and I think it's saying the jury is out on that. There is no actual disposition to say that it is the destiny, but it could grow that way. It could move into something, maybe.
Well, I do think there could be the potential for growth over time.
Yeah.
And we're talking maybe a lot of time here when I see the lily. So, you know, you could play a waiting game or you could just move on with your life. I think here nothing looks to me as though it would happen immediately. And when it does, it may be, you wonder, you might be disappointed in waiting so long for this to happen or develop.
Agreed.
So I feel like you should find your happiness, you know,
Where
now,
you can, yeah.
rather than waiting on this. But, you know, you got to do what you feel you have to do, Love Lou. So I wish you luck with that.
All right. Good luck. And we're now going to move on
To Aries.
to Aries.
And I have, yeah, it's my cards too. I have an idea here.
No, this was your cards.
What? Oh, you're right. Okay, well, let me throw my idea at you. Let me get the question out there. This is one of those. Okay, what do I really need to know right now when it comes to both my career life and romance? So we're going to do 2 and 2.
All right. Let's see then. How do I want to do that? I will use...
So the first ones will be career,
Star
the
Spinner.
second cards will be romance.
And it's what do they need to know?
Yep, right now. What do they need to know right now? Why did I close my Lenormand box? Like I think I was done with it. No, I'm not done with it. Oh, that's right. Wait a minute, I did this wrong. No, actually, I would still be right. I did that right. Sorry. All right.
Ready? First one was career, right? Yeah.
Yes, business, career life.
Okay, so it's the Three of Wands reversed and the Five of Swords upright.
Oh my gosh.
I know, this is a definite,
the
oh my
heck?
God. Sorry. Whips. Ouch. Ring around the collar.
Well, a
No.
little tumultuous career-wise here, I would say. Your career life.
Yeah,
Okay, why can't I see this whole cards? What's the
because
top?
they're kind of pastel-y. That's the Three of Wands reversed.
That's right. Okay, so I feel here that really you have to crack the whip on yourself here, Ari, and come up with a better strategy for success. I think here, as far as business and career goes, it's kind of, I don't want to say it's floundering per se, but what is the bottom card again?
The Five of Swords.
Yeah, the Five of Swords reversed. It feels like...
No, it's not reversed.
Oh, it's upright?
You can't tell?
I
Guess you
can't.
can't.
The Five of Swords, well, it's so small here, you know? And that deck is really tiny with the lettering. I can't even try to read that lettering, for crying out loud.
But you can tell by the figure it's upright.
Okay, so it's a 5. All right, well, so let's go with this. Okay, let's go with this. The Five of Swords indicates to me that you don't have a winning strategy right now. I'm just going to say that. As far as career goes, it just seems as though your career life, you need to come up with a better plan, because right now the path you are on is not really in your best interests overall. According, not to me, according to the, well, to me a little bit obviously, but that's how I'm reading those two cards together there. The Five of Swords is always about a battle, right?
My turn. Okay, so to me, the Three of Wands reverse may be indicating that you're not prepared to take opportunities that are coming to you, or you're actually missing them, or you're avoiding them, or you're negating them. And maybe that ties into that Five of Swords. That could be saying that to some degree in this matter, you might be your worst enemy. You might be deciding you don't want to do these opportunities, and then you may not find out, but maybe they were the opportunities you should have taken. For some reason, you're kind of sticking yourself in the foot with possibility of opportunities.
The other way I could look at this, and if that doesn't quite resonate with you, is that, you know, there may be some turbulence in your present work that you're doing now. If you're, I don't know if you're in between jobs again, or you're still sticking at the one place you're at. There could be some conflicts brewing there, and things that are making you reevaluate, you know, your plans and objectives. So, I mean, I could see that too. And I think here, you really have to move on finding something that feels like a perfect match for you, you know, to commit to something that really, really feels right for you.
Yeah, I'm going to just go along with that too. I don't know about, you know, other implications from the first two cards, but I feel that way too, is that you need to kind of put it in gear and move towards what you feel is most effective for you, or that engages you the most. I know this is going to sound snobby. I don't think that, you know, food service is a career. I think it's a stepping stone towards getting there, but I feel like you have to set your sights a little higher than just working one or more, you know, food service jobs. All things being equal.
I think we've been this route before.
We have, so I'll just stop that.
You know, I think the main goal is something else in her life, in that, you know, obviously we need money to survive, but,
Yeah.
you know, if marriage is more the goal, then, you know, you do what you got to do. But the bottom line here is, to me, it just seems like it's not working to your benefit, the places you are working at right now. I mean, I know people who've worked in food service their entire lives, or a lot of their lives, and it's worked for them because maybe they're married and it fits their schedules. So.
I'm thinking of the twins or people like that became managers, stuff like that, yeah.
And somebody actually branched off from their work in fast food to manage a fast food operation, and then manage a store on their own.
Right.
So these things can be good stepping stones for you. What's next?
All right, so what do you need to know right now in terms of romance? And it is the Two of Coins reversed and the Lovers upright. Clouds in your coffee.
Dispelled by
the Sun. So right now, what you may need to know may be a little bit more comforting to hear. Some of this is saying that, of course, right now, you are probably a little bit out of balance or moderation in terms of your love life. Some of this could just be saying that you're not really moving towards, once again, better opportunities. I sort of feel that with that Two of Coins reversed, that maybe there are better opportunities, but you haven't seen them or you're not able to put yourself towards them. But the Lover's card is upright, and this is saying that maybe there is a choice that is out there, or that there is a possibility that's out there. So once again, is it a matter of you seeing it and being able to move towards it?
Well, this is an interesting combination for you, Ari. I think that, we can all agree that things have not been very balanced and, fair to you in your love life either. I feel here that, that there's been a lot of ups and downs, right? And maybe more downs than ups for you. And because that's reversed, and you feel that way. You feel like you've been trying to make some good choices, but that nothing has been panning out. And that's the Lovers. The Lovers indicates to me that, you know what? You just got to keep holding out for that right person. That right person is out there. I really feel it. The Lovers can talk about that, can speak about two people blending, synchronizing their energies together in a positive manner. And when I look at the Lenormand, there's a lot of confusion and depression about not being able to find that person right now. I feel that success is there for you ultimately, again, that you shouldn't give up, that there is somebody out there that you're going to really connect deeply with and resonate with in a positive way. But I don't know that it's going to happen immediately, because I still see this imbalance, like I said, going on. I think here you've just got to hold out, make the appropriate choices, and don't just settle for, anybody. Just keep holding out and looking for Mr. Ms. Right.
And I realize I'm kind of hard-nosed about this. I sort of feel a lot of times that some women may sell themselves short if they don't feel they're making career choices over romance choices. But that's just me. I sort of feel like all of us are victims of society in a way, because society wants us to play certain roles, and it may program us to not see what our other options or alternatives are. But I do feel that what your choice is your choice, and you just need to keep yourself balanced towards that and hopeful about that, and hopefully find those right paths to move towards it. So good luck.
Well, I certainly don't think you're the kind of person who's going to sell yourself short in the love department, that's for sure. So you just keep hanging in there, because the cards, and I've seen it over time, that the cards always seem to indicate to me that you will find somebody that you're really going to connect with. But, it may not be happening on the time frame that you had set for yourself.
We had a friend years and years ago, and she seemed to be undateable. Nobody was ever interested in her. She had a lot of friends, and she went to events and rock bands and stuff like that, and it just seemed like nobody really gravitated towards her romantically. And sometimes she would tell us that she just felt she was always going to be alone. And then it happened, and they've actually been married now for over 10 years, so that's nice. I don't remember how long. Not as long as we have. But I sort of feel happy for her, because I sort of feel like it was just a matter of time. The right person did come along.
All right, that's what we have for you, Ari.
All right, so it's Viddy.
Viddy, putting my question: what urgent messages am I delaying or avoiding presently from my higher self? Well, we're going to look for the main one, Viddy, I think, here. We'll do my reading on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we did that once today.
No.
Man, I want to thank everybody for their patience and honestly putting your questions out there. That's really, really helpful to me. I got a little later start today because I decided to change my clothes at the last minute, so I apologize that I was focusing on getting that list together during the show. But it all worked out in the end. All right. Well, it's the Knight of Swords reversed.
Okay, we're doing yours, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, what is the urgent message that you are avoiding or delaying understanding, receiving, etc., from your higher self? And I'll just rush in here and say that the urgent message could be saying that sometimes you do feel like you have to rush into something, and you maybe are making a haste makes waste situation. That the urgent message could be that you need to slow down and think more before you move into certain changes or decisions.
Nice, Mr. O.
Thank you.
I have to
but
say,
you would have said the same thing.
I'm pretty close to saying the same thing. I think here that if there's something, project or goal or something that you really truly desire going after, the urgent message is that you really should not rush the process. Because careless mistakes can be made.
Be more prepared.
So in whatever you're doing right now, try to take more time and focus on what you're doing more. I think that's the urgent message. The urgent message is to not treat everything so urgently. I know, it's kind of funny.
Well, number one, it just gives you a lot of anxiety too, and at some point, you wear yourself down over that.
And also, Viddy, I would add to this that this is also can be a card of communication with others. So this encourages you to think before you speak. Think before you react to something. In other words, act with integrity here. And if somebody triggers you or something triggers you, think before you speak, because you might make a mountain out of a molehill. You might make something bigger out of something that's just minor. So really digest what's being said or done before you respond to it. In other words, this is all about taking your time and making sure that you're taking right action at the right times. So why is this important?
Why was this urgent message important?
It's the Ace of Wands upright.
Nice.
Because a new opportunity, may be coming your way, but,
you'll miss it.
Well, no. Why will they miss it if they move too fast?
Because they're moving
past it?
too fast towards something else.
Oh, yeah, because a better, that could be, well, let me put it this way then. Because a better opportunity may be coming your way, and you should take your time before you commit to something in your life right now. I think here that maybe there's something else out there for you. I can almost see that. I could also say that that moving too fast could also, if a new opportunity comes your way, there could be the caution here about examine it well before you do commit to it.
I like that.
I mean, just don't say yes immediately. Just say, well, let me sleep on this overnight and I'll get back to you. For example, if it's a job offer, or something like that.
All right, so why is this important? Or where will this ultimately lead? Sorry.
The World reversed. Man, these cards today.
Well, it could be a sense that, this won't really be finished one and done, that it may take longer to complete this, that maybe the urgent message is that by slowing down to examine things will happen more at the pace that they maybe need to happen.
Well, let's try to look at this now in context here. First off, we're telling you to pace yourself and take things slower. Do not rush recklessly into something. Look over a new opportunity carefully before accepting it. And the world reversed is indicating that maybe this, whatever this is, it's not something that you're going to just be able to be done with right away. This is something that's going to be ongoing for you. I feel like this is an opportunity that's going to open other doors for you in a way.
The Lenormand?
Well, yeah. Were you done with that? I guess.
Yeah, I think I was. The Mountain and the Mice.
You're welcome, Siama.
You're welcome. So it seems to me like you should realize that, all of this, whatever this is, still represents a little bit of, not so much a hardship, but just really a struggle on the go to this, and that there may be small problems along the way, but don't let those rattle you, that there is a better end eventually.
Ah, wow. Well, you know what? The mice are usually temporary things, Viddy. But I feel here that you are stressed out over, how challenging it can be to patiently, wait or go slow. You don't want to go slow in a way. If you're like me in Aries, we want to just keep moving, move, and sometimes we can make some serious reckless mistakes by doing so. So that, I feel here that the urgent message also is that you need to be less stressed out about how long it may take for you to climb this mountain, how long it may take for you to move forward with some area of your life. You just have to do things in a more structured manner. You want to build something that can last. You like the world, like this is saying here, you want to build something that lasts and that you will keep growing. It's never ending because you will keep growing in this process. But you don't want to do something that's shoddy and that you just rush into and it's not going to work out for you.
The world may seem like it's taking too long to turn, but it is still turning, and you will have time.
Well, I hope this made sense. This was a challenging reading in a way. I wish you luck with that. Good luck with that, Viddy.
Good luck, Viddy. Good to see you again. All right, so we're on Spirit.
That was a good question.
Yeah, it was. We're on Spirit Connections.
Yep, our last
reading. But not least.
And we are into overtime, which is, again, why we couldn't take any more people.
We knew it would happen.
And here is the question. All right, just a general. What does Spirit want me to know? Your deck, Mr. O.
Let's see. What do I want to
I think Spirit wants you to know our decks are really
wonky today.
Kind of not happy today or something. I don't know what it is.
All right. What does Spirit want you to know? I'm going to use the Secrets Tarot.
Hey there, Christine.
Hi. I love those pictures you've been showing lately of you and Jonathan, the young ones, and then his graduation ones. All right. So that's your reading again, too, isn't it? What does Spirit want you to know?
Yep.
Right. And the first card is the Queen of Pentacles. So Spirit may want you to know this is a time where you can really focus on the goals you have that pertain to how you take care of the environment around you, how you strengthen yourself through that, or create foundation and emphasis for those who coexist with you in your environment. It's about maybe production of things that make life easier or satisfy life. It's about, consistency and continuity.
Well, I think Spirit might be saying this is a time to focus on your material as well as your physical well-being at this time. I think that this is a time to advance yourself. Try to advance yourself materially, financially, whether that means getting a new job or getting a second job or doing things that make your budget more healthy, watching your spending, how you spend your money, where you spend your money, what you're spending your money on at this time.
So why is this important? And it's the reversed Two of Swords.
Well, because you've got to make some moves here, I think. I think it's clear that now is the time to set something in motion to either improve your financial conditions or to make you healthier or stronger in some way. Maybe this has to do with even the martial arts training. I mean, I can't rule that out, so this just means that you have to make a move or a decision at this time about your material financial affairs or your physicality.
It's an interesting card here because I think it signifies that recently or soon you will realize that maybe things you were not ready to decide upon because maybe you felt you didn't have all the information you needed. For some reason, you now feel you know enough more about it to do that. Having said that, you still may feel that, there's not, I wouldn't say jeopardy, but that caution is needed as you are moving in this path you may be deciding here. So it could be indicating that not everything is assured. If it's about building something, you just need to make sure, it's being done in steps that need to happen correctly.
So where are things headed?
Where are things headed?
Wait, did I comment on that card?
Two of Swords? I thought you did.
I did. Yeah, so where are things headed?
So where are things headed? It's the Four of Wands. And, of course, the Four of Wands...
What? A happy ending? Finally? With your cards?
We like it. We like it a lot. So we like it for you, especially, Spirit. The Four of Wands is the happy home. It's the happy harvest home. It's sort of the sense of feeling like things really came to the fruition you wanted them to. Things created structure or foundation, purpose, direction, etc. in your life or in the shared life that we're talking about.
Make the right moves, choices, or decisions, Christine, and you can build a solid foundation for growth, for future growth for yourself.
Oh, I like that.
The Four of Wands is here, and I think here that just means, that there could be some success worth celebrating coming out of all of this. So whether, again, it's about your physicality and your martial arts training or maybe a combination of both, because I know you were looking for possible some kind of work related to the martial arts training, that maybe this could come through for you. I'm feeling pretty positive here, especially since I see this as well.
All right, so it's the lady. That could be you. And the bouquet.
So good times are coming, celebratory times. I mean,
joy.
Something good could happen for you in your material life or maybe in your martial arts world. I think it's pretty clear to me. The bouquet is a gift or joy, great joy coming to you. And that comes from that Four of Wands. I think there's a reason to celebrate, which also comes from, of course, what you need to focus on here. Your material or physical well-being.
Spirit wants you to know that things are coming into the season of expectation and fruition, and that most things are going to really leave you pretty happy.
I know we had at least one other pretty happy joy reading today. They weren't all negative, but a number of them were. So good luck, Christine. This looks like a positive cycle opening up for you right now, I have to say. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just thinking this is just kind of a bad week for people. And maybe week following will get better. For whatever reasons. But that's it. That's our readings today. I want to
Hi,
thank you
everybody.
all for coming. This has been a great show, despite that. And despite that, we hope to see you next time. Don't give up on us because of our reverse cards here. But anyway, you guys all take care. Thanks for your questions and spending the afternoon with us, and we'll see you soon.
Good luck to you then, Spirit.
Bye-bye for now. Good luck, Christine.
Bye, everybody.